Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is having a beautiful day. I hope everyone is having a wonderful night. I hope that everything is going well. Today's pick a card is going to be all about Mercury Retrograde. We will be in Mercury Retrograde until the 22nd of June. And it's in the sign of a Gemini, if I recall correctly. So, first of all, I do want to say, I will address a little bit about what Mercury retrograde means to me. And before I do that, I do want to say we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. All the timestamps are always in the description box below. In case you don't want to hear about Mercury retrograde, that's fine. You can skip to your message. All my information, like always, is in the description box below as well. I do want to say thank you for this beautiful community. If you are not and you would like to be, definitely hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload. Thank you to all of you who follow me on Instagram. So let's talk a little bit about what is Mercury retrograde. Okay, so for me, Mercury retrograde has a really bad rap, right? Because a lot of people, yes, they're electronic fails. A lot of people say it's not good to travel. A lot of people say a lot of exes come back. Like, that's what everybody, like I think that's what everybody hears about Mercury retrograde. And it is true to an extent, but I also want to take a lot of the fear away from Mercury retrograde. A lot of people fear it. A lot of people are like, oh my God, we're going to go into Mercury retrograde. I shouldn't travel. I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do this other thing. I shouldn't start anything. But the thing is that there's more to Mercury retrograde. And Mercury retrograde for me, and you probably have heard this from me if you've been here on my channel since the start. For me, Mercury retrograde is all about rewriting something. It's about revisiting, having the opportunity to take a second look at something, whether this be a project, whether this be an idea, whether this be a relationship, you name it, it's going to be different every time. And it's also a good way for us to see our growth with Mercury retrograde. Why? Because yes, maybe people from the past come back, maybe an ex comes back, but how are you going to address the situation? Are we going to address the situation with the same patterns, with the same thoughts, with the same philosophies, or are we going to react differently? Are we going to approach the situation from a place of growth, from a place of maturity, or from a place of just a different perspective? Therefore, everything will change, right? I do like to look at Mercury retrograde as an opportunity to teach us what we still need to heal. Because people come back in our lives because there's certain things that we haven't addressed, whether that be for closure, whether that be, it can be for any reason. But this is your opportunity for you to change the narrative, for you to change and rewrite that story with that person, with that situation, with this creative project. And sometimes Mercury retrograde isn't bad. Sometimes the things that Mercury retrograde brings to your life are things that maybe the first time you didn't see something, or you didn't have the understanding that you do now. And so maybe if it's a project, you're just tweaking it. Maybe you just have to go back to the drawing board. Maybe, now you have the missing piece. So again, this is just my take, my perspective. Everybody looks at astrology and interprets astrology very different, and I honor everyone's perspective on it. I'm just sharing my perspective, the way I look at it. Maybe it can bring you a peace of mind. Maybe when you think or hear Mercury retrograde, you won't cringe, or you won't be like, oh my God, things are going to, go downhill from now. No, that's not always the case. Yes, things can fail, like, your computer, your electronics, because Mercury, right, is Gemini energy and Virgo energy, and we're talking about electronics here. So definitely that could happen. Delays in travel can happen as well. Yes, people from the past definitely do come back, but again, we can look at this as a negative, or we can always look at it from a perspective of growth and from a higher perspective, a spiritual perspective. So I hope that hopefully brought in a different take in regards to Mercury retrograde, and I hope that, it just brought you more peace. So let me just shuffle a little bit of cards here before I do move to the piles. Again, we are Mercury retrograde in the sign of Gemini, so just be careful with gossip, okay? Be careful with your networks. For sure, be careful with communication. There can be misunderstanding with Mercury retrograde, but again, being patient and reminding ourselves that can happen during Mercury retrograde, and how we react is very important, okay? And we will be in Mercury retrograde all the way until June 22nd. Okay, so I hope you had enough time. Remember that there is no right way of doing this. Pick the one that calls to you the most, and I will see you in the pile that you chose. Hello, pile number 1. Let's see what Mercury retrograde will be bringing into your life, or just what is your guidance around this Mercury retrograde. Again, we will be in retrograde until the 22nd of June. So let's see. You might hear me shuffling cards behind the scenes. Just know that is what I'm doing. It helps me channel. Wow, I love this. Okay. Very beautiful energy, pile number 1. We have bright heart light, open connections. Okay. Let me just lay out all the cards before I just start bombarding you with the messages that I'm getting here. Touching earth, planting something new. Yeah, for sure. And then we have crystals. Okay. So let's just organize this. That Virgo energy in me is like, keep it in alignment. So, okay. Anything that happens during readings, if you guys have had a personal reading with me, you know that anything that happens in the readings, I always relate it to the reading in question. So I feel like during this Mercury retrograde, you're going to want to be in control. I said this Virgo energy. So I do feel like for a lot of you, you're going to want to be feeling in control. You're going to want to be, perfectionism might be getting in the way. Okay, for a lot of you, this Mercury retrograde will be a mirror to you. Okay, it will be a mirror exercise. What I mean by that is going to be all about you during this Mercury retrograde. During this Mercury retrograde. There's a lot of healing that is taking place here. I feel for a lot of you, there has been a lot that you have been letting go of. And I do feel like during this Mercury retrograde, you're going to finally let go of something. It's like, finally, I am able to release this situation, this person. For a lot of you, this is a person. It could be an Aquarius that you're letting go of. But for some of you, I am very strongly getting that this is someone that you held. This person was very important to you. Okay, this person was someone who I feel like you opened up a lot to. You were vulnerable with this person is what I'm getting here. For a lot of you, this could have been a feminine energy, or maybe you are a female watching this video. But I feel like this Mercury retrograde will allow you to finally let this go. For others of you, you have already let this person go. And this Mercury retrograde will allow healing to happen. For a lot of you, this Mercury retrograde will open new doors for you. Yes, will open new doors for you. And if you missed my intro, what is my take on Mercury retrograde, you should definitely listen to that. I do feel like this Mercury retrograde, the doors that are opening up for you, they're doors that are in alignment with your North Node. They're doors that are in alignment with your destiny. They're doors that are all about you. But this Mercury retrograde, like I said, it will be a mirror exercise. So this means that you will be taking a hard look at yourself. and seeing what needs to heal. Especially with that star card, anything that's not in alignment with your truth will fall away. I feel like this Mercury retrograde will also have you focused. Okay, for a lot of you, there might be this energy of a lot of like anxiety. So working with amethyst will be really good, or even selenite if you have any. I do feel like this Mercury retrograde will be a wild ride. I will say that because we are seeing the unexpected shifts here. So this is letting me know that for a lot of you, it will get a little crazy. And I do feel for a lot of you, you will be planting new seeds. Okay, new seeds that are in alignment with yourself. And I do feel like this is good. I do feel that it's going to make you feel vulnerable, though. It's something that I am picking up. For a lot of you, there is a lot of transformation that will be going on. I'm getting a lot of like 8th house energy here with you, pile number 1. Or maybe this Mercury retrograde will be happening in your 8th house. I feel for a lot of you also this Mercury retrograde will enlighten or will shed light into where have you been fixed? Where have you not been wanting to budge? Where have you been resisting to let go of certain things? Okay, because I feel here that for a lot of you, you were being persistent in something. You were being loyal to someone or to something because you wanted stability in this situation. But I feel like you are now letting the situation go. And even on a spiritual level, I feel like you had let this connection go on an emotional level, on a mental level. But it was just kind of like, I couldn't let it go on a spiritual level. I always kept coming back to it. I feel like your guides are saying this Mercury retrograde will allow you to finally let it go on a spiritual plane. What I'm also getting here as well. Oh, sorry, you guys. That was loud. Those were my neighbors, by the way. I do have here as well, for a lot of you, there is a lot of spiritual growth happening during this Mercury retrograde, especially with that star card. For some of you, this Mercury retrograde is happening in your 8th or your 9th house. Yeah. I feel here as well, for a lot of you, you're letting go of I'm getting of a Sagittarius, okay? Or maybe you are a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or an Aquarius here. But I do feel that you're letting go of a fire sign, to say the least, in order for you to explore, in order for you to have more freedom here with that star card. It's like you're opening yourself up, and also emotionally for a lot of you. And this is allowing new connections to come in, because you have been doing a lot of the healing. You have been doing a lot of the letting go and the releasing. You have been paying off a lot of karma. Okay, pile number 1, I am picking that up very strongly. You've been paying up a lot of karma. You've been facing your fears. And for a lot of you, it's kind of this energy. The Mercury retrograde will have you reevaluating, what needs to be let go of, if there's any residue there that needs to be addressed. But also, what is your legacy? What is your legacy? What is it that you want to leave behind? I feel like for a lot of you also, this Mercury retrograde will allow you time to retreat and recharge as well. Because again, I feel like there's going to be a lot of unexpected shifts here, for sure. I feel for a lot of you also, again, with this energy of being fixed. I don't know why I'm getting this. It could be with an idea. It could be with a relationship. It's like you had a set idea of how something was gonna be. If this was with the person, you had like a set vision or a set just an idea, like, okay, this was gonna go this way. Or if it was a project, this was gonna go this way, or I was gonna do this. I feel like that is changing. This Mercury retrograde is bringing in a new perspective for you, and is helping you let go of your need to be right, is what I'm hearing here. And for a lot of you, I feel like you do have a lot of this 8th house. Yeah, this Scorpio, this Aquarius, all the fixed signs here are coming through. And that's why I was saying, like, oh, the Virgo side of me is coming out. Because I feel like there's this energy of perfectionism here that's coming through. And I feel like you wanted something to go in a particular way. And I feel like this Mercury retrograde is actually going to be like, yeah, it's not going to go that way. So we might as well just let go of the idea that you had and adopt the new vision, because there are new doors opening up for you. It's kind of this energy of like you had a broad idea, but now it's narrowing down. Okay, it's like Spirit was saying, yeah, like you were on track in regards to whatever this is, fill in the blank, but now we're narrowing the vision down. Like we're bringing it into we're bringing it into focus in order for you to plan something new. And for a lot of you, it's this energy of also, you know, your destiny. You're stepping into your destiny. You're kind of like, okay, I'm discovering what my destiny is. For a lot of you, maybe you just thought it was like healing, but you just didn't know what modality, or you know, you knew that you wanted to be, for example, a singer, but you did not know what type of music you wanted to sing. Or for others of you, you know, you wanted to start a business, you wanted to be a business owner, you want to be a business owner, but you just don't know like what type of business to pursue. And this is all coming into focus, and it's like you're narrowing that vision down. But do expect a lot of shifts to come through. Expect to release a lot as well. Expect to explore. Yeah, Spirit is saying this Mercury retrograde will have you focus, making plans and focusing. Yeah, because you have to explore. There's something here that Spirit is pushing you to explore. And I feel like this Mercury retrograde, yeah, but for a lot of you, also you needed to do a lot of the healing here. There's Chiron here. There was a big wound, and I feel like it was in relationships or with a particular person, that it was just this wound that you just couldn't let go of. And I feel like you're finally letting it go, or gaining a different perspective in regards to this hurt and this pain. And you're seeing how this hurt and this pain has actually made you who you are with a star. For a lot of you, because you know who you are, yeah, there's something with your North Node here, pile number 1. Because you now know who you are and you've done a lot of the inner healing. Now you're bringing in these like-minded people. Now you're bringing in your soul tribe. And I feel like this soul tribe is actually going to bring in a lot of inspiration and trust your way, which is, I feel like, something that you've been wanting. For a lot of you, you are noticing or you're realizing what the wound is and why you cannot be open in connections. Like you're seeing where the trauma started, or where the wound started, where the seed was planted. And I feel like this Mercury retrograde, again, is going to be a mirror exercise. I feel like that will be your title for this Mercury retrograde. And this might be something that you're seeing in other people too. You're going to see that people start triggering you. And you're going to be like, wait, why? But this is because it's meant to mirror something back to you. Something that you haven't been wanting to address. But this Mercury retrograde is actually giving you an entry point to self. An entry point to more open connections. So that is what I have for you, pile number 1. If it resonated, hit that like button, subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram for more daily card pulls. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Ground your energy. And I will catch you guys next time. Hello, pile number 2. Let's see what this Mercury retrograde will be bringing in for you, or what will you be addressing. If you hear me shuffling in the background, that's what it is. If you hear any noises, those are my neighbors making noise like usual. So we're going to be patient, right? We're going to be patient. So let's see. Let me pull out all the cards, and then I will give you all the information. The 11th house. Ooh, these are my Leo risings right here. This Mercury retrograde is actually happening in your 11th house. So for a lot of you might have strong Leo placements. Queen of Swords. Be very careful with gossip. Don't deny the needs of your body. Inner journey. Friendship, support, fun, unity, and play. And this is the house of friends, the house of community, the house of relationships, friendships, colleagues. Calming the waters, peaceful self-regulation. I was just saying, like, we have to be patient. We have to self-regulate, right? Okay. And then we have here release. Wow. Okay. Very similar to pile number 1. Very, very similar. I'm not surprised. Every time I do these readings for the collective, there's always some type of similar energy in all piles. So, pile number 2. What is going on? Mercury retrograde will be bringing in a focus to your friendship, to your community, to your networks, to your groups, to your associations, to your wishes, right? The 11th house, anything that is in regards to a group activity. For a lot of you, I am hearing in particular a childhood friend. This could be an air sign. This could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Might take center stage during this Mercury retrograde. Okay, for a lot of you, you will be setting boundaries with this person, with that Queen of Swords. You might be bringing truth. You might be bringing clarity to this person, or maybe a childhood friend will be bringing in clarity to you. I'm also getting here with the Queen of Swords. Be very careful with any documents that you sign. Please read the fine print, okay, with that Queen of Swords. I feel like if there is gossip around because of the 11th house, Mercury retrograde, friendship, it could be that there's gossip going around your group of people. Again, Queen of Swords does not engage in that energy. You know, gossip may come to her, but wise ears, she doesn't repeat it, right? Queen of Swords, she doesn't engage in that. She's above that. So for a lot of you, you might hear something from a friend. Okay, for others of you, this is positive. Mercury retrograde could be highlighting which ones are the friends that, you know, are supportive, which ones are the friends that are bringing in fun and are there for you, and they're bringing in the sense of unity. There's a lot of a soul tribe energy coming through for the collective during this Mercury retrograde. For a lot of you, you will be doing and you will be going through an inner journey where you will be releasing a lot of things, maybe even friendships. It could be that your group of friends is getting smaller as well. Again, is quality versus quantity, right? We want quality. Okay, even if you have 1 or 2 friends is best, as long as they have, you know, your support, as long as they, you know you can count on them. For a lot of you, you might be planning something in Arizona here, or in like a foresty area with a friend. It could be a getaway as well. For a lot of you, I do feel like, again, it's like you're not engaging with this Mercury retrograde. You're not engaging in any drama whatsoever with calming waters. It's like something might come to you, but you're going to be the wise one who's going to be like, you know what? I am going to stay out of this situation. I am staying in peace. I am going to... It could be also that there might be some type of... I'm hearing confrontation of some sort for some of you. But I feel like you guys are going to choose to take a step back. You guys are going to choose to take a sanctuary here. And for a lot of you, you will become sanctuary for someone else, okay? It could be that this friend or group of people around you might be going through a divorce with that Queen of Swords, or through some type of legal situation. And so you provide clarity and support for this person, for this friend, okay? It could be that a friend as well, maybe even yourself, you're releasing a lot here. And there could be someone that comes in and gives you that word of advice. Remember, the Queen of Swords is not very kind. She's truthful, and she helps you see through the BS and through all the fogginess, but she's not the one that's going to be, you know, giving you her shoulder to cry on. She's going to tell you how it is, and she's going to lay the cards out there for you. So again, if this is you and you're going to the Queen of Swords, do not expect this person to be emotional with you. Not to say that she cannot be, because she could, but just know that she will tell it how it is. So if you ask her for advice, be prepared to hear the truth, facts, and clarity for sure. And sometimes, as we all know it, we just sometimes don't like to hear the truth. Okay, so there might be some type of truth that comes your way, but I do feel with the Queen of Swords, again, it will take you out of this confusion. For a lot of you, you were in this confusion with friends or group of people, or with these collaborations, or I don't know, there's just a lot of confusion that was going on here between friendships or connections, particularly friendships, not so much connections. Pile number one, it was more like connections everywhere, but for you guys, I feel like it's friendships or people close to you. I feel like you're finally putting something to rest. There was a situation again that had you very confused, but I feel like finally you're getting truth in the situation. And I feel like this is bringing in a lot of peace and will allow you to release something here. For a lot of you as well, what I'm getting here is this Mercury retrograde might be hard on your body. So make sure that you are taking time to rest, okay? Especially because you will be releasing a lot, especially mentally is what I'm getting here with the Queen of Swords. Yeah, for a lot of you, I feel like you're meeting a lot of new people. A lot of new people that you're meant to dream with and to journey with. And I feel like that's why your circle of friends have been getting very small. Because your guides are saying you needed to set your sights higher when it came to your friendships and your connections, or with the people that you collaborated. It's like you're having this moment of truth of like, wow, I didn't know friendships could be this way, or I didn't know collaborations can be this way. I'm also getting that for some of you, there is truth that's coming in, regardless whether this be friends or not. I am getting that you're getting a truth that will validate your gut instinct that you had, but there was just no proof of it. But this Mercury retrograde is bringing in this proof, this clarity for you to be like, oh, okay, I knew that my gut was correct. I knew that, I made the right choice is also what I'm getting here. Okay. Yeah, for a lot of you, I feel like you're going to have to be brave and honest about something here. What is this about? Hold on. For some of you, this is about family or just the people that are closest to you. That 10 of Cups here. This could be also with people that might be at a distance from you. For a lot of you, it's like you're having to be very honest with yourself about, what brings you fulfillment. What brings you this 10 of Cups? What does this vision look like? What action can we take? And what do we need to release that is not in alignment, or that will not get me to this vision of the 10 of Cups? What have you been holding on to that will not get you to this 10 of Cups? And for some of you, it's just people around you. I have to be honest, for some of you, it's family around you too. There's nothing wrong with, putting distance with people or family that are not supportive. There's nothing wrong with setting boundaries. I don't know who needed to hear that. But for others of you, there will be an opportunity to make peace with someone, okay, with a friendship, with an old connection. But also I feel like your vision, there's something about a desert here. Okay, I don't know if you guys are like thinking about going to Arizona, or that's the only place I'm thinking about, maybe Vegas, I don't know. But I feel like, again, I'm getting like the desert and the forest. So I feel like you're going from being in this deserted area to this beautiful place of growth. And I feel like this is all around connections and friendships, pile number 2. Yeah, there's a big breakthrough here. Huge breakthrough. Yeah, it's like you're seeing the spirit is keeping their promise about something that you've been wanting. There's a huge rebirth here as well. Wow, I can't speak. Rebirth here. Yeah. For some of you, you're receiving a wake-up call. I do have to say that here. Okay. A wake-up call. What is this about? Yeah, for some of you, I do feel, and I do have to say it, we do have Volcano here at the bottom of the deck. So there could be some type of, like I said, some words, some exchange of words with someone that can get a little volatile. So just make sure, and with DNA at the bottom, this could be with family. Again, make sure that you're taking a step back. Make sure that you're not engaging. Make sure that you're in this Queen of Swords energy. Okay, and that you set boundaries, healthy boundaries here. The Queen of Swords is the queen of that. Boundaries, that you speak your truth, that you speak up, use your voice as well, but again, not in a violent way. But definitely speak up. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of growth and expansion here for you, pile number 2, during this Mercury retrograde, especially around your connections and people around you. For others of you, because the Queen of Swords is directing, right? She is directing energy, communication. I feel like for some of you, you will be directing a group of people. Okay? Or you will be taking a leadership role here. Yeah, for a lot of you, this is in regards to work, to a creative project. This Mercury retrograde will also allow you to structure something. To structure something in a group activity in order for you to accomplish your goals. Yeah, there's something here with home, you guys. There's something in the home that is coming back up during this Mercury retrograde for you to address. And I feel like you will have to be brave. Okay? You will have to be brave, because I feel like for a lot of you, you will have to speak up, and that might be something that might not come easy to you, pile number 2. But your guides are saying this Mercury retrograde will allow you to shed this older version of self as well. So that is what I have for you guys. I hope that this has brought you some type of clarity. If it resonated, hit that like button, subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Let's see what this Mercury retrograde will be bringing into your life, or what will it be just stirring up, you know? So I will be shuffling some cards behind the scenes. So if you hear that, that's what that is. That helps me channel a lot better. So okay, you guys are going to be feeling this Mercury retrograde just because as I shuffled, the Mercury card came out. So I feel for a lot of you might be Geminis or Virgos. I feel for a lot of you, for you guys, this Mercury retrograde will actually have you thinking a lot. Will have you learning a lot of new things, a new skill, maybe perfecting a new skill. So I feel like this Mercury retrograde actually is going to be very productive. Very productive. For a lot of you, you might be writing as well. For a lot of you, you might be communicating, or you might be thinking about how can I communicate this idea, this project, this, it's like you're trying to do something different, something new, but it's like, I don't know how to put it together type of energy. But this Mercury retrograde will bring in the information, or will give you space to also figure this out. Okay. But let's see what the cards say here. Ascendant outlook. Okay. Yeah, it's like, how can I make an impression? How can I bring this out into the world with the ascendant? Because the ascendant in astrology is how we show up in the world, right? Like, what is our statement? What is our mission? What is it that we express out there to others? And like, what is our role? What is our attitude? And I feel like for a lot of you, this Mercury retrograde will have you asking yourself these questions in order for you to open new doors. You might be Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Okay, face the problem head on. Yeah, for a lot of you, there's something that might be irritating you with that Strength card there. Changes. Okay, Leo's a fixed fire. It's fixed fire, fixed energy. Patience, patience, patience is what I'm hearing here. Pile number 3. For a lot of you, you might be getting very irritated with something, with some type of a change, with something you did not see coming. And you're just like, how do I figure this out? How do I make this change? For others of you, this is going to be change that Spirit is bringing in. For others of you, it's like you want to create this change. You want to make this change. You want to initiate this change. But it's like, how do I do that? How do I do that? How do I put this together? How do I communicate my vision, my idea, my outlook, my point of view? How can I bring this that will make an impact in the world or to the people that I'm taking this idea to? Graceful optimism, joyous view of the future. Yes, I love this. Okay, sorry. Slam the card on the table. Okay. Angelic assistance. Well, if you get out of your own way and you don't be so stubborn, you can hear Spirit a lot more clearly. 5 and 1 is 6, and then we have the 6 here. Divine guidance, loving support. I feel like your guides are bringing in a lot of people during this Mercury retrograde to kind of help you put the pieces together. I feel like for a lot of you, again, it's like this vision, this idea, this project that you have, especially with Mercury, or this skill that you want to bring out into the world. It's a divinely guided idea. It's something that Spirit gave you. It's a gift. It's a gift that I've been talking about a lot in Instagram, actually. You are the perfect vessel for this gift to be birthed through. Okay, I don't even know if I said that correctly, but hopefully you're understanding what I'm saying. But you're the perfect vessel for this idea, for this project. Okay, and I feel like it's like, you know, this at a spiritual level, but it's irritating you because it's like, I know I have to do this. I know I want to do this, but how can I make this change? And I feel like this Mercury retrograde will have you facing the situation head on, and it's wanting you to go to your own inner strength. That's what the strength card is all about. And being patient, right? Knowing that you catch more bees with honey than with vinegar. Yeah, this Mercury retrograde is about to show you that there's a beautiful new beginning for you here. And I feel like you're going to see this during Leo season. And that came out in Instagram as well. It's like your vision is... Okay, this Mercury retrograde, there's a vision that you have. A vision is going to be different for every single one of you. You have a vision, but it feels like this vision, for some reason, is at a standstill. And for a lot of you, it's because it seems like even I'm getting frustrated as I'm talking about it, because it feels like I can't figure it out. I can't figure out the logistics of it. Yeah, I'm hearing the devil's in the details, you guys. So that's why I'm getting like, if you get out of your own way, divine assistance can come in. And I feel like this Mercury retrograde will teach you that if you're being stubborn and you're wanting to figure this out on your own, it's going to be harder for you to listen to divine assistance, to divine guidance. Because I feel like your guides are trying to assist you, but it's because of this ego with this Leo energy. And then the Sun card that came out here, this is ego. It's like, I want to do this on my own, right? Like, I want to do this. I want to take care of it myself. But your guides are saying, you're blocking our assistance. You're blocking our view, the view that we want to share with you. We want to help you navigate these changes here, but you're not allowing us to. And so this vision will feel like it's at a standstill, and I feel like it will frustrate you. But I feel that by Leo season, you will have this figured out. You'll have this figured out. So I would be lying to you if I told you, oh, when Mercury goes direct, everything is gonna come together. No, that's not the case. Yeah, this is something that you're passionate about, something that is very creative, and you wanna make money off of it, or is this about your career? Maybe you have a creative career or business with that 10th house energy. And for a lot of you, your guides, okay, your guides are actually coming in with guidance for you during this Mercury retrograde. And they're letting you know that your vision and your ideas are divinely guided. You're on the right path, but they're at a standstill because for a lot of you, there's healing that needs to be done. There's healing that needs to be done, because if you don't do the healing, you will not remain optimistic about your future. And Spirit is wanting you to be optimistic about your projects, about your creative endeavors, about your business, about your ideas. With the Huron here, learning to stand on your own 2 feet. I feel for a lot of you, pile number 3, you've been doing that since you were very young. Maybe since you were 6 years old, maybe even younger. And I feel like your guides are saying, yes, you're amazing at that. You've always taken care of yourself. But now it's time for us to take care of you. Allow us to bring you this divine guidance. Allow us to support you. Allow us to show you the next steps. That yes, you've been facing the problems head on your whole life. But right now, you can actually take a step back and be patient and allow things to come to you. That is how you're going to tame the lion. Yep. This is all, Mercury retrograde for you guys is all about creation. And you're going to see this. You're probably already feeling this. It's like, I want to make all these changes, but it's looking like this, right? It's kind of like when you're putting your makeup on, for all my ladies, right? Or anyone who wears makeup for that matter. When you're putting your makeup on, it's like, it might look like a whole mess. And then you put like the final details, right? Like the eyelashes, the lipstick, you let your hair down, you curl your hair, and it's finally, it all comes together. Kind of like when you're painting a canvas as well. It all looks like a hot mess, but in the end, it all looks beautiful. So I feel like you guys are in this creative energy, in this creative cycle in your life where everything is looking like a mess. Let's be honest. Everything's looking like a mess. You're just like, I have so many ideas, so many things I want to do. I'm feeling very creative. I want to try so many different things. I see so many possibilities. But it's like, how do I bring this together? And your guides are saying, wait, be patient. This is the time for you to create, to write these ideas down. For a lot of you, you're going to be revisiting an old idea that you had, an old project that maybe you put in the back burner here. And I feel like that needed to happen because for a lot of you, you were lacking confidence before. But now you're ready to tackle that. Now you're just like, okay, I have a different attitude. I have a different view about my future. I am more optimistic. And I know that there is angelic guidance there for me and will help me make the changes that I need to make. Wow, trying. Okay, pile number 3, angelic support. You have angelic support twice. I wouldn't be surprised, pile number 3, if you haven't had any like angelic experiences. Or maybe, after we're going to be in Mercury retrograde until June 22nd, it could be that you yourself, you're going to experience some type of connection with your guides. And it's going to feel very surreal, very, very surreal. And I also feel here, again, this energy of allow spirit to support you. Allow spirit to guide you. You don't always need to be in control, pile number 3. Allow things to flow in perfect harmony. And I feel like your guides or your angels are going to bring in a lot of friends, connections that will guide you, that will give you those missing pieces to the changes that you want to make. So your guides are saying pay attention, okay? Pay attention, pile number 3. This Mercury retrograde feels very angelic, very spiritual, to say the least. Not that everything is not spiritual, but for you guys, I feel like it's going to feel very surreal. Is the energy that I'm getting. Very surreal. A lot of communication. There'll be a lot of angelic communication, spiritual communication as well. Yeah. Because your approach to life has changed. Therefore, your friendships as well. It's like you're needing to step into this yin energy during this Mercury retrograde, where you just need to trust. You need to be patient. And again, trust in spirit. Be receptive to spirit, especially with all this angelic support that is coming your way. That has always been with you. But I feel like, I don't know, for some reason you just couldn't tap into it before. Like you will during this Mercury retrograde. Again, the sun. This is all about your self-expression. It's about your role, who you are. We have here, yeah, there's something that is challenging you guys. But I feel like your guides are saying, that's what they're saying, just flow with it. Okay, flow with it. It will get resolved. Yeah, you will have friends. Okay, you will have friends that will guide you, connections that will guide you. For a lot of you, if this is about a project, an idea, or a business, this will be your legacy. That is a huge statement, but that is what I'm hearing. This will be your legacy. So that is what I have for you, pile number 3. Hope that it resonated. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye.